It was just another peaceful morning in the quiet village of Nanyuki. Life moved slowly here, children played in the dusty streets, the elders sat under trees sharing stories, and everyone knew each other's business. But that peace was about to be shattered by an event no one saw coming. Meet Miriam, a beautiful, mature, and kind-hearted woman. She is loved by everyone in the village, lives a simple life, always willing to be helpful. Every morning, she goes to the village market, and in the evenings, she goes back home to her family. But on one fateful day, Miriam didn't come home from the market. It was a day like any other. Miriam left her home early, as usual, and made her way to the market. No one thought twice about it until evening came, and she didn't return. Her family grew anxious, and by nightfall, the entire village was in a confused state, while preparing to go look for her. After a few hours, the village mobilized to go look for her. Men and women grabbed lanterns and flashlights, scouring the nearby forest, rivers, and paths she might have taken. But there was no trace of Miriam. It was as if she had simply vanished into thin air. With no sign of Miriam, the villagers then returned home with the resolve to continue the search for her the next day. The following day, the villagers mobilized again, and were more determined to search and find Miriam. They searched and searched but still could not find Miriam. Days passed, and still, no sign of Miriam. Rumors began to spread. Some said she had run away, others whispered that dark forces were involved. Could it be witchcraft? A curse? The village was filled with fear and speculation. Just as hope was beginning to fade, a mysterious stranger arrived in the village. He was a traveler from a faraway land. He had a fierce look that also suggested that he was a spiritualist of some sort. And on noticing him, the village elders approached him and invited him in. They got to know him as they discussed for several hours, and in the course of the discussion, he claimed to possess spiritual powers. Desperate for answers to the mysterious disappearance of Miriam, the village elders allowed him to conduct a spiritual exercise. He began to move around, chanting words that no one understood. His eyes also became very fierce. The villagers watched him in fear, and after hours of chanting, the stranger suddenly stopped. He looked at the village elders and spoke softly. "She is not far, but she is hidden in a place where no one would think to look." The elders were baffled. Where could she be? The stranger then said that she would be found the following day. On the morning of the next day, the stranger left the village to continue his journey, and the villagers said their goodbyes to him while hoping that they would find Miriam on that day. Hours later, a young boy playing near an old, abandoned well, stumbled upon something strange. He ran back to the village shouting, and the villagers who heard his shouts decided to follow him back to where he was playing. When they arrived, he showed them what he had seen. It was a small piece of fabric, stuck in the bushes. The villagers began searching around the well, and to their horror, they found a hidden opening that led to an underground passage. Following the trail, they discovered Miriam, alive, but weak. She had fallen into the passage and had been trapped there for days. Miriam was quickly carried on the shoulders of some of the hunters and taken back to her home in the village. She was fed and put to bed. Each day, she was visited, while being nursed back to health. And after a few days, she felt better and began to narrate her ordeal. She told them she had slipped near the well and fell into the hidden passage, and was unable to call for help. Thanks to the stranger's guidance, the village had found her just in time. Miriam made a full recovery and became the vibrant woman her family and friends had always known. Thank you for watching this video. Comment on what you learned, and do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more stories.